Six 20-somethings face the trials and tribulations of dating, work, and friendship in the comfort of a local coffee shop, as well as their ridiculously large New York apartments that they pay for with service jobs. That's right, today we're talking about
Friends.
This is TV Takes, where we investigate your favorite TV shows, and today we're getting to the bottom of the Friends phenomenon. First airing in 1994, the pilot of Friends drew about 22 million viewers. This was only the start of its smash success. The show ran for 9 seasons, wrapping in 2004, but remained popular long after it ended. The finale episode drew 52 million viewers. Beyond this show's original airing, though, it also had a major resurgence with the presence of streaming platforms, garnering millions of young new viewers who became obsessed with the show. In all honesty, Friends has never been my favorite show. I've always found it funny, but a bit middle of the pack. Yet the popularity of the show exceeds most other sitcoms of a similar style. I asked those in the park what they loved about the show. Here's what they said.
I think the reason why I love it and why I even started watching it in the first place was because it was like a group of friends around my age who still don't have their entire life put together. But they're still having fun, going out there and finding their real jobs, finding love, doing all that. And it was kind of I started watching it at a time in my life where I needed that kind of reassurance. So yeah, and so now it's just a constant it's just a funny show with a good message. Love it.
In the 90s, many shows were focusing on careers or romance, but this sitcom centered on friendship. It wasn't the first to do that. We had Seinfeld, The Golden Girls, Happy Days, and many others, but this friend group was unique in that they were a mixed-gendered group. This made the show relatable to a more expansive audience. They were 20-somethings who were a little lost in their careers and in love, still figuring things out, but grounded by their friendships with each other. The show is kick-started by the character Rachel's newfound independence.
I want to be married again.
And I just won $1 million.
The other friends have been on their own for a while, but Rachel, a spoiled 24-year-old mooching off her father, has a delayed start to adulthood, leaving her fiancé at the altar and cutting off her dependence on her father's wealth in the pilot episode.
Welcome to the real world. It sucks. You're gonna love it.
She becomes the vehicle through which the audience sees the beginning of independence, as the other friends, to a degree, have already established theirs, though their careers have varying degrees of success.
Did they just kill off Joey?
No. Now maybe.
Their struggles are superficial, as they are seemingly unburdened by the more serious weights that come with financial realities.
I get to shake my belly like a bowl full of jelly.
Their world is one where they can make foolish choices, mess up, and satisfyingly solve their issues in about 20 minutes in a commercial break. Similar to a family sitcom, hijinks ensue and lessons are learned, but the friend group is treated as a family, with that bond and love at the core of the show.
You know, I like being on my own. I'm better off this way. I'm a lone wolf. You know, a loner. Alone. All alone. Forever. What's a wolf got to do to get a hug around here?
The program showed day-to-day life, as well as monumental moments and relatable failures.
It's a trifle. It's got all of these layers. First, there's a layer of ladyfingers, then a layer of jam, then custard, which I made from scratch. Then raspberries, more ladyfingers, then beef sauteed with peas and onions, then a little bit more custard, and then bananas, and then I just put some whipped cream on top.
It represented the next stage of life, targeting viewers who are past the point of depending on their parents, but not yet parents of their own. People who are just figuring things out. While she kickstarts the show, Rachel is not the protagonist. Another interviewee reflected on the character dynamics.
No, the thing I really like is all the characters are like equal. There's nobody that's the star, and then so everybody, I really like that everybody's kind of equal. They're all goofy, they're all, they all have their, issues, and they're all lovable too. So I really like, that's what I really like.
I think this was fundamental to the appeal of the show. All 6 characters had equal screen time, equal amounts of charm and flaw, and distinctive traits and quirks. This made it hard not to find someone to relate to, at least to some degree. And each person we interviewed had a different character who spoke to them.
Favorite character has to be Chandler.
Phoebe.
My wife is exactly like Monica, going around cleaning and all that. And I never thought about who I might be like. I'm probably pretty goofy, so I might be Chandler.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Carla Marie Manley says, when people feel like they can see themselves in another person, they feel that they are not alone. They're not too eccentric.
No, don't. Stop cleansing my aura. Don't just leave my aura alone. Okay?
This concept is at the core of comfort television. We are comforted by living vicariously through this friend group, comforted by seeing someone with similar quirks or flaws as ourselves be loved and accepted for them, and comforted by the sense of normalcy and stability present on screen.
Because she's your lobster.
Oh, she's going somewhere.
Come on, you guys. It's a known fact that lobsters fall in love and mate for life. And you know what? You can actually see old lobster couples walking around their tank, holding claws.
Comfort and nostalgia also play a huge role in the younger generation's viewing habits, and these factors explain the program's popularity with my generation. Through Netflix and streaming platforms, the show's popularity has continued to resurge since its original airing, gaining immense and unexpected adoration from Generation Z. Friends demonstrates a nostalgia of a time they never lived in, a time where perhaps the lack of technology made friendship and love a more attainable feat. I'm 20 years old, born in 2002. I have very few memories of a time before smartphones. Those younger than me have even less. And the role technology plays in our lives is a complicated one. Many of us grew up feeling that we were overexposed and overdependent on technology, deprived of a connection to nature and to one another we felt those before us had. I think this deeply affects the way my generation consumes television of the past. The magic of these fictional, idealistic lives is exaggerated by the ways in which it dates itself. Friends represents an entire decade, the last decade before technology took hold over society in the way it had. Teens and 20-somethings who have known that tech their entire lives can take refuge in this fictional world where that tech has yet to exist, where connection is still made face-to-face. It's a false nostalgia for a time we never experienced. In all the ways the show presented an idealized reality to those watching it as it aired, it now served as an escape to an idealized version of the past for young folks grappling with the challenges of the present and the future.
Pivot! 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 Pivot!
At the core of the show is a story about the love of friendship, and most everyone has experienced that in some manner. It presents a simpler, easier version of love in life, making the show simultaneously relatable and aspirational, but all around comforting. While many elements of the show have become outdated, its emphasis on friendship as a central love in your life makes it continuously relatable to young women and men internationally. The show wasn't designed to make shockwaves or change the world. It's a simple yet humorous formula of finding your way through life as a young adult and getting by with the help of your friends. Who wouldn't want to escape to that reality?